I really appreciated being able to advocate for them, and see their humanity, because from what I have experienced, sometimes there might need to be a reminder that the people in the hospital that you're dealing with, the patients, are actually human beings first. So I feel really honored to be able to support them and be a voice, so that they can get the care that they deserve.
Hi, I'm Toni Curtis with BirthWise Doula Services out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And I have brought to you one of my favorite people. Y'all hear me say that a lot, but it's real. My doulas are my favorite people. And my clients. I ain't gonna leave anybody out. My doulas and my clients are my favorite people. And then my family too. So then my doulas, my clients, and family. See, the list just keeps going. So I brought with us today one of our newer doulas that has decided to join the BirthWise team. You will actually see her in the office. And she has been a joy since the day that she walked through the door. I picked her because I absolutely loved her. And I was like, you're gonna make a great doula. So this is Miss Sienna, and I have to ask you a question, Sienna. You ready?
Yes.
Why did you choose to become a doula?
That is a really good question. Well, first of all, I'm coming from being in the field of education for over a decade now, so I feel really protective and passionate about children. And what I know is that the way that they come into the world has a great impact on the entire trajectory of their lives. So I feel really honored to be able to support women and families to be able to have the best possible birth outcomes for their children. And one of the reasons why, in particular, I really enjoy working with BirthWise is because you lead with wisdom. So especially with my education background, I feel that we're able to make sure that the women and families are equipped with the knowledge that they're needed in order to advocate for what they need.
True. I'm a real big educator, but I believe in using education you can use. Mm-hmm. So although we do a lot of education, it is more about education that you use. This is not an academic class. You're not going to get a grade, although I might threaten you with a quiz. Like if you are not paying attention, you may get threatened with a quiz. It can happen. It can happen that often. I offer no guarantees on that. Okay, so since joining BirthWise and becoming a mentee, what has your experience been like?
My experience has been amazing, especially working with you every single time. I know every time I talk to you, I tell you that I feel like I learned so much, but I really do. Even if it's just supposed to be a quick phone call, I leave that phone call learning so much more than I didn't know already. And your passion for what you do always shines through. And it reminds me that the work that we are doing is really powerful and has a really great impact. So I don't take what we do lightly at all. So it's really exciting that I'm able to have a mentor who can really inspire me and guide me through this process. So it's been a really great experience.
That's awesome. So you have had not your first birth yet. You haven't done birth yet, but you've had your first experience supporting someone in the hospital. What was that like for you, and has it changed your understanding of being a doula?
Yes. So I feel really excited that I got to have that experience supporting that family recently in the hospital. Without giving too much information, I really appreciated being able to advocate for them and see their humanity, because from what I have experienced, sometimes there might need to be a reminder that the people in the hospital that you're dealing with, the patients, are actually human beings first. So I feel really honored to be able to support them and be a voice, so that they can get the care that they deserve. Especially when that time when they're first having their child, it should be a beautiful experience. So to limit the fear and the stress as much as possible.
Well, to be fair, they had a beautiful birth.
They did.
they do not mind us sharing that the baby did have to go to the NICU, which is why we as birth doulas provided additional support. We do normally do postpartum checkups, but in this case, they needed more care. And at BirthWise, we rise to the occasion. Everybody got called, right? It turned into like, as soon I was at a birth and it was like, hey, all the doulas, who's up first? Who can do the first round? Who can do the second round? And we go out. So that's part of being about the BirthWise. Like we're coming. And my team will tell you, if I call, somebody's going. Somebody's going. But I'm very happy that you got to have that experience and that it inspires you more. It's hard to explain what a doula is, what maternal support is, and why we're needed. The definition is emotional, physical, and knowledge support. But nobody knows what that is until you experience having a doula. And even for doulas, I feel like you don't know what it is until you provide. So
yeah, I agree. And the fact that after that visit that we got the desired outcome also speaks to the work that we do, because it had been a few days before they were able to reach that outcome. So I was really excited about that as well.
Yeah, they're home. They were home. They were released the day after. They got their questions answered, their providers were more confident, and everyone was able to understand and express what needed to be expressed. And they are at home enjoying the new. So thank you for Sienna. If you do come into the BirthWise offices, you may very well see Sienna's smiling faces. You see her in classes. You will see her coming in to meet some of you. She may even be your doula. You never know. There are other wonderful things that you'll learn about Sienna. Not only does she have a love for education, but she is also a Reiki practitioner. She is listen. This is a powerful advocate right here. I want everyone to know that. I love my team. I love my doulas, and they are part of the family. So I want to meet them. And you'll get to see more of me, because when I'm talking to them, you will see more of the them. So thank you, Sienna, for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Exactly. Y'all come on and meet her. Come on. Bye.